everyone. Welcome back to another Beer versus Beer. Today I've got another Belgian treat for you. Today we're going in-house versus in-house, returning to St. Bernardus like we did in the last episode, but this time I'm pitting two of their doubles. At least I believe they're both doubles. On the box that I got these in, the Pater 6, it said it was in the double style. It did not specify that for the prior 8. However, that's my understanding, is that they're both doubles. And the difference is alcohol. I believe they begin with the respective numbers. So, yeah, so the Pater 6 is 6.7%, and the prior 8 is 8%. So, about 1.3% difference. Never had either of these, so I'm interested. I wanted to pit them against each other so I could see which of the two I actually like better in-house. And I'll probably do that for some other brewers as well. Like I plan to do the Weihenstephaner Helles versus their original lager. Let's see how that goes. Wow, this is very smooth and fruity. A little bit of an intensity towards the end. They very similar, but the prior 8 does have a little bit deeper, richer, stronger scent of the dark fruits. Yeah, interesting. Got that dates. This one might be a little bit, the Pater 6 is a little bit more raisins, where I'm getting more dates out of the prior 8. But that's just my impression. I could be completely wrong. Oh. So it's good. It's reminding me of the effervescence of the ABT12, the Abbott 12. A little bit less intensity, but it's got that carbonation feel. I'll cleanse my palate a little bit. Prior 8. I think I am noticing the common underlying water flavor. I heard on beer brackets that they might have a slightly salty water supply that they use in all their beers to give it a very unique flavor, and I'm definitely tasting that across the 3. The ABT12, the Pater 6, and the prior 8, they all do have sort of a similar undertone. Okay. Very, very similar. Be curious to see if by the end of this I can even tell a difference between the two. The refresher here. Really good. Like you get that dark fruit flavor right on the front, and then it seems to just morph, like effervesce away, until you just get like the bubbly sensation. A little bit of tanginess associated with that. Prior 8 has more of a substantial mouthfeel, I would say. The taste lingers a little bit longer. A little bit of a sourness. Maybe a bitterness, but yeah, sort of like crabapple kind of tanginess to it. I'm having a really hard time distinguishing between these two, though. Like, I could very easily think they were the exact same beer, except for maybe the Prior 8 just being a little bit more intense version. Yeah, it's got that same tanginess. I'm almost starting to think that's the water and the carbonation. There's not much difference between these two, if I'm being honest. I'd be curious to pit these up against the Westmalle Dubbel, which I believe was the first Dubbel I ever had, I think. I think I like that better than these, but that was months and months ago, so I really don't have a strong recollection. Okay, I think I know where I'm leaning. Prior 8, and the reason being stronger flavor. Very similar. It's just I get a little bit more of those dark fruit notes on the Prior 8, a little bit stronger and richer than the Pater 6, but it literally just tastes to me like it's the exact same beer, just a little bit more intense, which you might even be able to mimic a little bit just by drinking more of the Pater 6, taking bigger swigs. Actually, let's try that. This is a little one. Yeah, that comes close to mimicking it. Still think the Prior 8 is just a little bit more to it. They're both a little bit more sour than I would like, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, going with the Prior 8, which makes sense. The Prior ranks higher than a Pater, so my guess is that the hierarchy within a monastery that is indicated by the rankings Pater 6, Prior 8, and Abbot 12 really does get better as you move up. That's my suspicion. No surprises there. All right, see you next time.